All right, now let's head on to other markets. Now we see Bitcoin still trading below the 38,500 resistance, but green is on the screen. This morning, this Friday, 38,000, starting the month of December. Not a bad way to start the month for the crypto market there. Ethereum still above that psychological $2,000 level. BNB, $228. Up about 0.31%. So it's mostly green on the screen this morning. Let's look at the sentiments now. What's the sentiment in the market? It's still greed. It's still a very greedy market. 71 points over 100. Looking at the fear greed index for the market, showing investors are quite bullish at this time. But let's look at the November price action now. Let's see how Bitcoin and Ethereum fared for the month of November. If we look at that slide there, Bitcoin 38,000. This started the month at about 34,000. Okay, you see the November price action. Bitcoin started at $34,472 and finished off November 37,657, up 9.23%. Ethereum started November 1,815, was able to finish at $2,035. 12.12%, outperforming Bitcoin for the month of November. That's Ethereum. So definitely, let's bring in Olumide Adesina now to bring us up to speed. Great to have you, Olumide. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Lati. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so looking at the performance there for November, we see Ethereum outperforming Bitcoin by about 2% or so. How do you see performance in November? Was it good enough for investors?
Yeah, it was actually the best November we've seen since 2020 in the crypto market, and that was pretty much because of a lot of dynamics playing in the market. You know, recall that market pundits are anticipating that ETF sports approval in the crypto market for Bitcoin in the United States is already in the making, and also the fact that the United States Department of Justice settled with Binance. That also removed a major concern in the market. And that's why we're seeing Bitcoin looking at the 40,000 resistance level. Also, Standard Chartered had made the forecast that Bitcoin might likely hit the 6-digit number in 2024. And that's pretty much because of Bitcoin halving and also the fact that the weaker dollar is coming to play, Ladi.
Yeah, weaker dollar. And talking about that sprint to $40,000, do you see that happening before the end of the year? And is there a possibility of the so-called Santa rally? Everyone's always looking for the Santa rally.
Yeah, so what we're seeing, if you look at market tacticians, what they're saying right now is that there's a big ceiling around the 40,000 resistance level. And that's pretty much because there are a lot of short positions there. In fact, recent data suggests that if Bitcoin breaks above 40,000, there will be short sellers liquidation of about $1.5 billion. So we're seeing a lot of covering right now. But, you know, how long the short sellers will be able to hold is another thing. But I think it's fairly likely that Bitcoin might really spring above that number. But it might pretty not stay longer because the dollar at some point will recover from those record losses it posted in November.
What are the headwinds are you seeing for Bitcoin going into December now? Do you see profit taking for festivities?
Yeah, it's the recent price action highlights that major Bitcoin holders are not selling. You know, you recall that the latest data from MicroStrategy's recent filing highlighted that they bought huge amount of Bitcoin. So the bias to sell isn't really there, and we're seeing more institutional holdings in that evolving space. So for retail side, yeah, we've been seeing little profit taking, but generally the market is waiting for a Bitcoin spot ETF approval.
Bitcoin spot ETF approval. We've been looking forward to that for most of 2023. Wondering if it doesn't happen, what happens next?
Wow, if it doesn't happen, then it means that Bitcoin might suffer some dynamic support breakdown. We look first at the $35,000 support, and pretty much it goes back to 25. Because these are three things why the Bitcoin spot ETF plays a it shows positivity around the regulatory space that Bitcoin will be an evolving asset and a traditional mainstream support. And also institutional investors can have indirect exposure to that market, and it gives Bitcoin some form of credibility. A misapproval or a much delay will definitely weigh down such positive optimism around the Bitcoin market.
All right, first trading day of December. It's not starting off so badly. We'll see how it plays out through the month. Thank you so much, Olumide Additional, financial market analyst. Thank you.
Thank you for having me, Ladi.
All right, we look at the top gainers now for 8 a.m. This morning. Let's look at the top gainers, see who's topping the counter. Celestia, one of the new kids on the block again, $6.96, 14.75%. The only double-digit gain on the top 100 coins we track on CoinMarketCap. Render token is also on that list, $3.53, up 6.77%. We see dots there, $5.47. Let's look at the top losers at 8 a.m. this morning. DYDX there, $3.11. That's down 2.42%. So we're seeing marginal losses this morning. KuCoin shares as a native coin for KuCoin Exchange. That's $8.03, down 1.47%. So we're seeing really lean losses this morning. Still a very bullish market. Sentiment is still greed. And that's how the market is starting off December. Most of the markets we track, and definitely we're tracking how the NGX opens for the first trading day of December. Thank you so much for watching that show.